Thank you for joining CU Bands and Fans podcast. Our podcast is brought to you by Homegrown KIO. Homegrown KIO is on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. It is a stellar show featuring the great songs that have come from bands originating in Champaign-Urbana. Listen at 107.9 on your FM dial, at 1079wkio.com, or ask Alexa to play WKIO. Welcome to CU Bands and Fans podcast, where musicians tell their story. Zach and I's guest tonight is Keith Gibson. Keith is the founder of Clubhouse Lounge Radio. Hi, Keith. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Let's get down to business here on this Clubhouse Lounge Radio. That's an internet radio station.
Yes, ma'am. I started about 3 years ago, March of 2021. I have a degree in radio and communications, and I love radio. Have for years. Worked at WDAN and K Rock over in Danville for a number of years, and just fell in love with radio since I've been a kid. Love doing play by play. I love just being on air and able to talk about everything. And so I have a loving wife and a caring wife who, when I said, hey, I want to do this, she said, go for it. I said, okay, let's do it.
Nice.
And so it's been a process, but we grew, and I do Unity High School football now on every Friday night, which they didn't have a radio station to do any games. And so I bring that to everybody. We do, local musicians, and we do some charity events, which is I'm always big at giving back to the community too. So it's kind of all came together in doing everything I love to do and still being able to work a full-time job and do this and give back to the communities and everything else. So it's been a lot of fun.
And also have family time.
Yeah. The important part with 2 kiddos, it's important.
Yeah. So, are you out of Monticello?
Yep. Right here in the Clubhouse Lounge. As I said, my loving wife let me build a studio and a little clubhouse here in the garage. And so this is where I do everything from. We live here in Monticello. I grew up in Southern Illinois, moved up here 15 years ago. And then I met my wife, and she's originally from here. And so we lived in Champaign for 6-7 years.
Wow.
And then when our daughter was getting ready to go start school, we decided to move back over here, and I love it. We love Monticello. It's a great community with great schools, and it's just very supportive as well.
Yeah, it is a great community. It's pretty too.
It is without a doubt. I right across my backyard is Allerton Park, so I can't see deer all the time. I got turkeys.
Oh my gosh!
I can keep my garage door open and just watch them run all day long. So it's a lot of fun.
That's fantastic. So when you started Clubhouse Lounge Radio, what was do you remember like your first day of, and did you have to research this to figure out how to get an internet radio? To explain to us an internet radio station, how that works.
So it's all based online. And so it's a stream of everything. It's streaming music, streaming shows, streaming podcasts, streaming high school football and sports. I did about, from 2018 to 21, somewhere in there, 17 to 21. I did a radio show that we covered sports, and that's it. But I wanted to do something different. And so I had a background in that already, working at the radio station. And it took me a while because I wanted to do it right. I wanted to start out and, have the website done and have social media presence and have things ready to go. So when we launched, it was there and ready to go, full steam ahead. And so it's been a lot of work, a lot of time and effort, and yes, researching different things on how to do it. But I've figured some things out along the way too. And it's made it easy to have the website and stream straight to the website, straight to social media, straight to YouTube, straight everywhere. And I'm constantly learning. That's the fun part of it too, is finding different ways and streams to get music out there and get the station out there and marketing and branding and all that. So it's been fun.
So did you need a license or anything like that?
No, anybody could do this, what I'm doing right now, which is fun. But yeah, there's no license or anything. You just need a website and know how to get it up and going. So that's a great thing. And so I have a playlist on there of licensed music. But it's a playlist, so it's not actually streaming or anything like that. It's no different than going to Spotify or anything like that. Now, I like to focus on local musicians too, big time with that, and just like you guys do. And that's why I think what we both do is a great thing, because they need the recognition and need the spotlight, and that's kind of what the whole station started about and still is, of giving them that extra avenue to get their music out there and get out in front of people, and it does a great job, and you guys do a fantastic job of doing that. Someday I'll get to that level. Someday I hope, but
You
no, you
will.
guy do a great job of doing that as well, and so that's what we're
You will.
thankful. But
I mean, we've been doing this for 13 years. Zach has been 13
Yeah.
years. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
13 years.
But, so I mean, and you've only been doing it for what, 3 years? So
3, yeah,
yeah, it takes some time to get some traction and to be, to get in front of people. With us, it was
it
just
does.
timing is everything. And with us, it was just, nobody was doing this. And there was no forethought in doing this.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't something I planned. I just did it. And then it took on its own life. And then here we are, so
Yeah, oh, I feel that. Yeah, I would never have thought 3 years ago that I would be as busy as I am with the station that I am now, planning events and planning, you know, how to keep things going and keep things fresh and keep things and never would have thought that I'd be the station to do high school football for a high school.
yeah,
And I'm
that's
very
great.
blessed to do Unity High School football every Friday night. They've brought me in and allow me to do it, and they feed me well. And I get to do my passion is to do high school football and enjoy it. So, and I've got a
Yeah,
great broadcast partner and Mike Roy, and I guess we're going to start doing another season this year. So they'll, as I said, we'll keep doing it until they say no more.
yeah, fantastic. Yeah, and there's something else that you did when I first heard of you, um, and we kind of like found out about each other through like David Woolridge and Jack Daniel and
Yep, great guys.
those guys. Yeah, and because you were doing this, which I thought was the coolest thing ever, is you would go to a venue and have that musician come in and meet you there, and you would be live streaming an interview with them.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
thought
the
that
back
was
roads.
so cool.
Well, thank you. That was the Backroads and Barstool sessions, and
Yes.
we're doing a form of that now. Every other Wednesday, we're hitting different bars all around Central Illinois. I mean, we've been to Bargenta, we're going to Daly's, we're going to Royal. I mean, we're all over from Danville all the way to Decatur and Maroa and Forsyth. We're doing every other week and bringing musicians in to talk to them, but plus also adding in sports and adding in comedy and it's just an hour show, and that's what I did for many years, was an hour show on the radio, and I've kind of transitioned that now into my own show that's called Off the Cuff, just because we don't script it. I have a layout, so to try to keep on time to keep an hour, because people's attention spans sometimes are pretty short, but it's just something that I love to do, and it's a lot of fun. It really
Yeah.
is.
And how did you meet these guys? How did you meet David
So it all started with Jason Waldrop, to be honest with you. I reached out. Jason has he was the first one that I reached out into the first Backroads and Barstool sessions with, and then he said, "Hey, I know this guy that I think would be interested, and I know this guy that would be interested," and so I started connecting dots. And then every time I'd meet somebody, hey, I think this guy would be. And so just snowballed into, okay, let's keep going. Let's just keep doing this. And then you meet so many great, these musicians and singers and songwriters from this area. There is so much talent here, so much, and people don't even realize how much talent there actually is. And it's fun just sitting down with those guys and hearing their stories.
Yes. That we've had podcasts with them, and and that's part of why we love doing the podcast, because we get to hear the story and the history, and some of them are, I mean, me and Zach are just like, holy smokes, those,
Yeah,
like
it is.
David Rouse or whatever, didn't he talk about like the windows blew out? Mabel's.
Excuse me.
I mean, there's stories. And we finished one with Dodie, Cosmedy, and when we wrapped up and quit the podcast, she told us this incredible, hilarious story. I go, oh no, you just hang on a minute. We're going to record this. So we went back, recorded,
Yeah,
and
I remember
we
that.
had to get that story in there. But yeah, they're all fantastic. We had just did a post. I just simply said, because it blows my mind. I'm sure like you, it just blows your mind. Just like, oh my God, yeah, this band. Oh my God, this band. Oh, holy smokes. And so I just was like, I did this post. I'm like, do you realize what a music mecca Champaign is?
I saw that post. Yeah.
Oh, the
People do
comments are
not.
just, yeah, it's unreal. Anyway,
If you lined all these musicians up who are so talented singer-songwriters, you could have music for weeks on end, honestly. If they all play like a 2-hour set, you could go for weeks with all the talents around here.
that's why, with our upcoming event, May 18th, May 19th, May 19th, May 19th is like the lineup. I've already got a lineup and it's incredible. And I'm wanting to squeeze more in there, but I don't know how I can, but I'm just like,
I get you. No, you've got a great lineup. That's gonna be a great showdown at Lou and Denny's. It really is, and one that everybody needs to get down there and see.
Yeah. Okay, so back to you.
Okay.
So but you quit doing that back roads and bar stools for a while.
I did. I took a little break from it, just because family time became more important. And so we kind of got away from it a little bit, and that's why I wanted to start off the cuff, which we started in January, back up to talk to these guys and get more. I love promoting the local. I call them dive bars and guitars. I do, because that's one of the shirts we have is dive bars and guitars, because I love promoting them, because I don't think they get enough promotion. Because what they do promote is their own, so I want to promote them more. And then the guitarists, the musicians, and everything out here, it's just fantastic. So if I can combine both and put them into one, it's fantastic to just have them both there together.
I seen you were coming to Daly, so hopefully I plan on being there. Like I live very close to Daly's.
Yep, we'll be there this Wednesday night. So
this Wednesday?
Yep, tomorrow, the 21st.
Already?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've actually booked out. What's so crazy about this is I just reached out to a couple bars, and said, hey, this is what I'd like to do. Would you mind let me do the show from there, from inside inside your facility? Because I want to get interaction and let people see what it's like.
The atmosphere.
Been there. Right. And next thing I know, word kind of traveled fast. Within a week, I am booked through the end of July now with different bars around here who wanted me to have them there. I'm like, well, that was easy. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. So, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, fantastic. We do love that. I do watch that. You did one with Smoke and Shine. Was it Smoke?
Yep. Yeah. Smoke and Shine. That's where we started. Yep.
Yeah. There's a little bit of technical problem, but I think you snapped out of that. And yeah. So what is your biggest I mean, it looks like you got this thing up and running pretty good. Your website looks fantastic. You can see the streaming on there. You can just check these different things and see what you're up to. The Summer Shakedown that's coming up.
Yep.
This will be your second one.
Correct.
Right? Okay. Tell us about that. Tell us about you doing the Summer Shakedown, the first one, and how that went, and how this next one.
The first one blew my mind. I didn't realize. I didn't expect as many people to show up as did. I mean, we had over 700 people walk through the door that day, and it blew my mind. It really did. And so after the last year and we got done, I said, okay, we're doing it again. And I talked to Kim and Gary over at Bargenta. That's where we hold it. I love getting all these guys together because they all play every weekend somewhere, but they never get to see each other. And so this was an opportunity for them to see each other and hang out and give people an opportunity to come out and hear great live music. And Bargenta is a fantastic venue for that, with their stage in the back in the summertime. And now it's a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but it all pays off in the end.
It is a lot of work. Bargenta,
it's a lot of fun.
And let's go ahead and put a plug in for Bargenta, since Bargenta such a great host of so much live music, and it's in Argentina, Illinois.
Yep. And
Great.
Summer Shakedown 2 will be July 20th, Saturday, July 20th, at Bargenta. It starts at noon. We've got 10 live local musicians, headlined by the Matt Poss Band. And it's $20 general admission all day long. You can come in, listen to music, drink specials. We got a lot of things going on. So yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome. And what time does it start?
Noon. We start at noon.
And you go till
11 o'clock.
Okay. And you've got quite a lineup for that. And I will post I will post the link to the lineup and to the event and to your website. And you can go to the website and you could go to all his social media from that website. Now, my last question is, before we have to wrap this up, is hope for this, like, where do you want to see this go? Do you want to see this become full-time for you, where you're making income?
That's the ultimate goal, is to make this a full-time 24/7. I'm working with a morning show, with an afternoon drive, with everything. I want this to go, and I know it's going to take time and it's going to be a lot of effort. I'm going to need help eventually, but that is my ultimate goal, is where I am live in the mornings, I'm live in the afternoons, and still doing high school football and able to expand it into a full-time job.
Okay. And then how do you get your engagements and your fan base or listeners?
Marketing's big.
What's the best way you think marketing that is?
It's word of mouth. I've been in this business now, different stages of a different side. Word of mouth's the best way that I've saw. Social media is great, and of course shares are great, and posts are great and all that. But somebody telling somebody else, a charity or an organization that can use it, and so I give scholarships. We raise money and do things through sponsorships and things for football to get back scholarships. That's my heart and soul, is I want to give back. I'm not in this to make money. I am, but I'm not, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but if
I
you
would
want
rather
to
take the money I make.
you're gonna have to make some money.
Well, eventually, yes. But right now, while we're growing, I want to get back as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I love making t-shirts, and I love seeing my logo out places, and seeing people wear them. And in fact, people just sent me some pictures. They were down in Mexico and had my shirt on, which to me, that's cool,
Awesome. Yeah.
And I've got some other things planned for
back
this
of
summer
ours.
too.
Yeah.
I've got some things planned to do with some koozies and different, just fun things. This world has become so serious all the time that I just want to make it fun.
Yeah, it's intense. It's an
It
intense.
is. It is. And I just want to make it fun.
Yeah. So you're going to continue to do this. It sounds like you're implementing, these different ideas and avenues into it. Do you have sponsors? We got 4 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I've got great sponsors, and I get different sponsors from different events. But one of my biggest sponsors is Grant Clare down in Kelowna at rocketmotorsdetailing.com. Grant is fantastic and a big supporter. He helps me with football. He's helping me with, Summer Shakedown. He helps me with the golf outing we got coming up too. Grant's a big supporter, and I appreciate him. Jordan McDaniel at Country Financial, big supporters of the station as well. So we love them, appreciate them. Skeff Distributing. I can't ask for better partner in Skeff. The guys at Skeff helped me tremendously with Summer Shakedown 1. They were a big part of the reason that it was such a success, really, because they partnered up with me so I could use Busch Light, Kirby Medical Center as well, Star Limousine. I've got great sponsors and great people. Smoke and Shine, all the local bars have been very supportive. So, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end.
Yeah. It's it's passion, and it's enjoyable, and yeah, because what you're bringing to people,
That's right.
So you do play, we got 3 minutes. You do play local music on this?
Yep. It's in rotation. We've got everybody from Jack Daniels, David Woolridge, Matt Miller, Sass. See, who else do I have on there? Lee Ewers. Josh Holland Band. We've got a
Okay,
bunch of different
so if
people
we
on there.
said, oh, okay, if you guys want your songs played on this station, can we send them
You
to
can send
you?
me send me the MP3 file. Send me the tracks to Clubhouse Lounge Radio at gmail.com, and we can add them right into the rotation. And we love it because when you hear a song that you don't know who it is and you find out it's somebody local, then they want to go see them live. Then they want to, and so that just pushes them more to go see them live. And I love that because live music is the best music in the world. It can be the crappiest day in the world, and you can go sit somewhere and have a drink and listen to live music, and you're going to feel much better.
That experience is, I mean, I was like super tired and I went to Tolono Saturday night and I went to 2 places and heard 3 bands. And I was so excited when I got home. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, bands were just so good. And yeah, it's just so impactful and it's an awesome experience. And it helps to de-stress you and it's just
Yeah.
enjoyable. It's
It is.
enjoyable.
It is. And I love doing this, and I've got tremendous support from my wife and family and great friends and great sponsors. And so we're going to keep the train rolling and see where it goes down the line.
All right. Well, we are certainly going to link your internet radio station, Clubhouse Lounge
Perfect.
Radio. We'll link the website. And it's been a pleasure meeting you, Keith.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll see you at Dailies. I'm sure that I'll
Yeah.
be there. Maybe I'll take a few pictures while you're doing your recording. And
That'd be perfect.
but great talking to you. We'll see you out in the music scene.
Sounds good. You guys have a great day, and spring's around the corner. We'll see you soon.
All right. Yes.
You too.
All right. Bye, guys.
Hang on there a second.